also day one of the Janta curfew, the Maha curbs that were announced in the state of Maharashtra by Chief Minister. To get a lowdown on how it's being implemented on ground, especially in the financial capital of the country, Mumbai, let me say good evening to Hemant Nagrale, Commissioner of Police for Mumbai, joining us right now. Mr. Nagrale, thank you so much for giving us your time. I want to start off by asking you, there seems to be a distinct difference in the enforcement style that we are seeing now versus last year when the first lockdown happened. Is it simply fatigue or the fact that it seems like an impossible task, or is it a deliberate attempt to not be as tough as before?
I don't know what you are talking about. I am new to the city. I was not posted here last time. So I don't know what difference you are feeling. Will you be able to please elaborate it?
Yes, absolutely. Fair enough. Well, in the first lockdown, there was extensive checking, heavy policing everywhere, barely any movement on ground, Mr. Nagrale. This time around, I see last night after I was done from work and heading home, or this morning as well, we don't see that those kind of heavy checkposts and checking anywhere or implementation.
Yeah, I will explain that. Last time the lockdown which was started with shutting off of the trains, aeroplanes, all the transport modes were closed off. And because of that, it was very stringent lockdown, enforced very strictly. And only because of that, it was attempted that minimum movement on the road should be there. But this year, it is definitely different because at present, it is not 100% lockdown, but the government has tried to match up between the ongoing economic activities at the same time taking steps to enforce the lockdown so that the coronavirus doesn't spread. For example, last year the transportation was cut off, this year it is going on. Last year the banks were shut off and most of the establishment except the essential services were shut off. This year, now in the present lockdown, the banks are open, the insurance companies are open, the government offices are open. Most of the services of essential commodities, which is food grains, then your dairy products, bakery products, all these are going on. Then also earlier there were lockdown restrictions on the opening of the restaurants and the home delivery system. So as compared to that, now the home delivery is allowed, and also the Zomato and the Swiggy and other delivery services, they are also allowed. So that is a big difference in a way. Secondly, last year, because of the restricted movements of all the vehicles and other people, there were issuance of passes to facilitate the movement of the essential services, commodities and the people. The government officials belonging to corporations, police department, health services, they were given passes. And hence, the restrictions were there and the people were being checked for using this transportation, which was partly allowed only for the essential services officials. Now, as compared to that, this year we have not closed down the local trains, we have not closed down the transport, interstate train services are also going on. And because of that, this time we have taken a conscious decision that we will not be issuing any passes, because number one, the issuance of passes to lakhs of people is impractical, number one, and number two, it is very difficult to enforce and check on the street, stopping all these vehicles whether it is two-wheeler, whether it is four-wheeler. So we are expecting the citizens of Mumbai will behave judiciously with conscience, and all those people who are not supposed to be on the road, they will stay inside their home, their places. Only the people who have to go out for their essential services, which may be related to their health, which may be related to their occupation, which comes under essential services, those only people should be coming out of their offices, their houses, and should be on the road. So that is a decision government has taken, and that is the reason you are not finding too many queues, too many traffic obstructions on the road. The traffic is moving smoothly, and our people are there at various checkpoints to ensure that everything is falling smoothly into place.
But Mr. Nagarale, then, fair enough. I understand, because there are more people, more exemptions this time, and all of those people are out there, and even services which are functional. You can't issue, passes to everybody and then check everybody's passes. But what is the strategy then to ensure that the rules that have been brought in are implemented? In a few days, people will otherwise start stepping out, people who are not supposed to step out. What is your message to the foot soldiers on ground on handling this situation?
The foot soldiers on the ground, that is our constables and officers, we are guiding them, we are suggesting them how they should talk with the people who are coming out of their houses. I have issued a detailed instructions not only to our constables but also to general public, that what we are expecting from them, and it is very clear that it is a high time that we become responsible citizens and we behave as is expected by the government. The minimum we come out of our houses, the minimum risk of we getting contacted or we spreading the disease. So this is the best policy as on today. The less people on the street, the less people in the public places, the better it is for your own good and for the good of our policemen. Our policemen are there almost 24/7, our policemen are there. And for your information, I must tell you that we have lost, since last year March, we have lost 101 persons in this infection. And at present, 515 people are infected with corona, and throughout the year the figure goes to 8,085. So it is a good that we have the large number of our policemen who are recovering and they are joining back the duties.
Well, in fact, I was actually going to ask you, about that, because last time it was an extremely big issue and very concerning, the high number of police officials who were getting infected. So thank you for sharing that with us. So let me move on to the other aspect. Let's talk about the vegetable markets, the wholesale markets, which are otherwise allowed to function. They are a very big challenge, Mr. Nagarale. What is the strategy there? Will you be stricter with them? Will you penalize people there?
Yeah, very rightfully you have brought it out. I think these are the places still where lot of attention is needed, and we are guiding our officers and men to conduct more of the cases of violation of wearing mask and other things. And at these strategic locations and markets, we will make our police presence felt. So firstly, our job is to educate people to wear masks, and still despite of that they continue. It is our rightful duty and legal duty entrusted upon us to punish. So that is our second resort, but we will try to convince people, and possibly at some places we will make the mask available to the general public who don't have money or who don't have capacity to buy it. We will make it available through some sources.
Right, I'm getting the message that you are putting out there, but what makes you so hopeful, Mr. Nagrale? We've pretty much had the same restrictions even before the Janta curfew was announced, but nobody was following it. At what point do you think dande ka samay aayega?
Stretching the things a little beyond, which is not within my purview, but to tell you the fact, it's very difficult to control a population of 1.25 crore, a floating crowd in Mumbai with just a mere strength of 45,000 people. At the best, what we can do is request people not to come out. Our law enforcement agency is not very strong. We have limited number of our policemen and officers. So it is very difficult for us to 100% enforce any restrictions. That's why we are expecting the participation and their own initiative of the citizens, that they will abide by the rules which are framed by the government and the rules which are told to them by the police administration. I hope that people will follow these instructions for their own safety, for betterment of their own family and for betterment of the entire society and the system. I wish that all these people follow these rules. Punitive measures are only secondary. They cannot successfully implement any law or any act 100% just by penalizing it. So we must make our citizens responsible for our actions. Thank you. Good day.
Well, I hope people are listening to you and they get the message. Thank you so much, Mr. Nagrale, for joining us here on Mirror Now.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you.